to solve this paper, and this is a practice paper for grade 8 O levels IGCSE. And the question number 1 states that 16 workers can paint a room in 8 hours. How long it will take 8 men to paint the same room? What matches most from the below statement about the time they will take? So in this question, you need to understand that there are 16 workers who are working for 8 hours, and they want to know the 8 men will take how much time. So obviously, if you see this thing, they will take same time. This cannot be possible. They will take less time. They will take more time. They will not take less time. They will take more time. This is going to be your correct answer, because you see, if 16 people are doing a job in 8 hours, so now obviously 8 people can do in what time? So this is going to be taking more time. 24.1 rounded off to two significant figures, so it's going to be like 24. It has basically three significant figures, so it's less than 1, less than 5, or what we can do is the option B is your right answer. If a car travels 400 kilometers at the speed of 40 kilometers per hour, what will be the time taken? So now you see, if the car travels, so the distance is what? Distance is 400 kilometers. And you have speed is equals to 40 kilometers per hour, and you need to find out the time. So putting into the formula, that speed equals to distance over time. So you cross multiply this thing, so time is going to be distance divided by speed. So if you put the values over here, so distance will be 400 and speed will be 40. So if you calculate, so this is going to be 10. So option D is your right answer. After a 10% discount, a cup of coffee being sold at this percent at this amount would cost around. So you can do this things, is it can be either you can do this thing. So there are two zeros, so you cancel out two zeros, so you are left with this. So you can deduct 1000 minus 100, which is going to be 900. So the price will be like this. Or you can do this thing, 90 over 100 times 1000. So you can see this thing, there are two zeros are going to be cancelled out from here and this. So 90 times 10 is, again, this is the right answer. The answer for the equation x plus 2 and y minus 7 is equals to 0. So x plus 2 equals to 0 and y minus 7 is equals to 0. So x, when you shift this to other side, it becomes minus 2, and when you shift y, this minus 7 over there, so it becomes this. So it is going to be the option A will be your right answer. Now coming to today's question, and we need to expand this. So this x is going to be multiplied with this, and then 5, and this 10 is going to be multiplied with this and this. So x times x is x square, and then it's going to be 5x plus 10x. 10 times x is 10x, and 10 plus 5 is 50. 10 times 5 is 50. So x square plus 15x plus 50 is your right answer. So this is going to be the answer for that. The simplified form of this. Okay, now I have already told you this thing, that whenever you have a such type of question, so you have to see if there is anything common that is coming. So now you see, in this step we have a common 2, so x plus 2, and this is going to be cancelled out. You will end up with 1 by 2. So B is your right answer for this. Set A is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 can be described as even number. No. It's an odd number. No, because 2 is there. It's a prime number. Yes. It's square number. No. So this is option C is your right answer for this scenario. Okay, formula for the surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. So therefore this is for the surface area. For uh, volume is cube. Pythagoras theorem is applied to, always remember this thing, is going to be applied to a right angled triangle. Okay, we are going to solve these questions. What is the cost of 100 bulbs if 12 bulbs cost 216? So we will apply the unitary method. If 12 bulbs cost 216, so how many bulbs? Okay, I'll write it like this: bulbs and cost. So 12 bulbs cost $216 or rupees, and 100 bulbs are going to cost X. So you see this relationship. If you increase the quantity of the bulbs, the price will also increase. If you decrease the amount, the cost will also decrease. So it's a direct relationship. So what you are going to do is you are going to do the cross multiplication. So 12x equals to 216 times 100. So x equals to 216 times 100 divided by 12, and you will end up at 1800. Find the distance traveled. We need to find out the distance traveled in meters if athlete is jogging at a speed of 10 meters for this second. So now speed again is equals to distance over time, and we need to find out distance. So it's going to be speed times equals to distance. So speed is what? 10, time is 420. So it's going to be 4,200 meters. A man invests 150,000 in a bank at the rate of 8% for 3 years. Find the interest he receives at the end of 3 years. Okay, so this is a simple interest form question, and the formula is PRT over 100. P is the principal amount, that is 150,000. R is the 8% rate of the interest, and then is what T is 3 years. So if you can put it on the calculator, you will end up around 36,000 is your answer for this. Okay, now moving to the next question, and it will be okay, product A, the cost price of a coffee or any product is this, and if somebody sell or sold this object at 173, so it will be a loss of 30 rupees or dollars. So we know this from the law of indices. Anything which has power 0 is going to be 1 plus 5, which is equals to 6. Expand the following. So now again this is the same question that we have already done. So x square plus 4x plus 2x plus 2 times 4 is it, x square plus 6x plus 8 is your final answer. Okay, now factorize the following. So this is a 1 mark question. So how you are going to factorize? Again, you see the first step is taking common, so it's going to be this step, and that's it. Solve the following. So minus x plus 6 equals to 0, and x minus 5 is equals to 0. So how you are going to solve this? You can move minus x over there, so x equals to 6, and x minus 5 will be shifted over there, so x equals to 5. Okay, solve the following equation. So how you're going to solve this? So you have to multiply these two, so you will end up with 13. So make the factors of 13 is going to be like this: 1 and 13. Yes, we add 1 and 13, it becomes the middle term. So I'll simply write 13x plus x plus 13 equals to 0. So I'll take common in from both of these. X plus 13 plus 1 x plus 13 equals to 0. So x plus 1 and x plus 13. So x plus 1 equals to 0 and x plus 13 equals to 0. So x equals to minus 1 and x equals to minus 13. So these are the values of x. Simplify the following. So 3 times 4 is 12a and 5y cube is the answer. This is cube. Okay, now in this question you have to make the denominator same. So what I am going to do is I'll multiply this with 5, this with 5 plus 3 over 5b. So I'll multiply 3 with 3. So this is going to be 10 over 15b plus 9 over 15b. So this is going to be 19 over 15b is your final answer. Okay, simplify this question. So this is again we will apply the law of indices. So this is going to be 7 upon 4a. So this a will go up and this is going to be a7 minus 1 over 4, or you can do this thing, cancel it out, this becomes 6. So you will end up a6 over 4. This is your final answer. Complete the following tables. You have to write it down into standard form. So first of all, where is the decimal point in the whole number that is at the end? So make jumps 1 2 3 4. So you guys can write 2 into 10 to the power 4. Similarly, you can write it down 0.063. Okay, draw. So the question it states that you need to draw a right angle triangle with the base and a perpendicular. Base will be 3 and a perpendicular will be 4. So draw it. Base will be what? 3 and this will be 4. So draw right angle triangle. So this is going to be your right angle triangle. Find the hypotenuse in the given part. So measuring is not accepted, so you need to apply the Pythagoras theorem, which is going to be like this: perpendicular square plus base square, and this is going to be 3 square plus 4 square is 9 plus 16, which is root 25, and this is going to be, I have to remove this h, sorry, it's going to be 5. On to the next question. The value, find the value of x. So first of all, what you need to do is you have to find out this angle, and that will be 180 minus 58 is going to be 120. So now you have to do this thing: 360 minus 122 minus 94 minus 87 equals to x, because the sum of angles in a quadrilateral is equals to 360 and x equals to 57 will be your answer. Okay, list the elements of the following set. Exams, the vowels in the word exams. So E's and A will be the answer for this question. Prime numbers between 6 and 10, which is going to be 7. Alphabets, so there's T is repeating, you will write it for one time. Then C is also repeated, so you have to write it for one time, and the rest of the words are H is also repeating, so you have to write it once. Rest is clear. Are the following triangles congruent? Explain your answer. Okay, now what we are going to do is we can shift the triangle like this. If I can do this, so okay, in this question I've shifted this z to this point, so it becomes this figure, and now you can see this thing that AB is equals to XZ, which are both 4 centimeter. Then you guys can do this thing that BC is equals to YZ, which is again 5 centimeter, and then angle A is equals to angle X. So again we have proved this thing side angle is congruent to side angle. So yes, they are. Find the length of the EF in a given segment triangle. So for now you have to do the simple ratio thing. 24 divided by 8 is equals to EF divided by 6. So 24 times 6 divided by 8 is equals to EF. So this is 8 1 times, 8 3 times, and EF will be 18. So this is the final answer. Okay, now we have to find out the volume of a pyramid with the following dimensions. Height is given and the rectangular base has a length and with this. Now you have to do this. 1 over 3 base of a rectangle is 12 times 6. This is the base area into height. So you will multiply this thing, so you will end up with 240 centimeter cube, because the answers are in centimeters. The dimensions are given in centimeters. Okay, now we have to round off to two significant figures, so it's going to be 9.2, because we are talking about two significant figures. Here there are four, so we will times this. So use your calculators, you will end up with 460. P and Q are inversely proportional to each other. P and Q are inversely proportional to each other, so we can write it down. P equals to K over Q. When P is 18 and Q is 9, so K will be around 18 times 9 is 162. So now putting it into this equation, so P equals to 162 over Q. This is what this question is telling us to find out, and find the value of P when Q. And this is, now in this question what we are going to do is we have to find out the value of P when 162 over Q is 6 and P will be 27. So in this formula we have applied these values. Okay, find the profit percentage of for the company if it sells that cost 3000 for this amount. So now you see, find out the increase price, which is going to be 1200 times divided by the cost price, which is going to be 3000 into 100, and this is going to be 40%. So this is the profit percentage. A phone costing 90,000 was sold at the discount of 15%. Calculate the price you have to pay to buy this phone. So 90,000 times 15 over 100. So if you do the calculation, it's going to be 13,500. So he is asking the price that you are going to pay to the shopkeeper. So it's going to be 90,000 minus 13,500, which is 76,500. Okay, moving to the next question, and it's a simple question. A square minus 2 times a times 12. This is identities, and this is going to be 12 square. So if you open it up, it's going to be 24a plus 144 is your final answer. Factorize the following. So in this question you have to take common in these two. So first is 2a plus 8, and the next you have to take b common. So this is going to be this thing. So a plus 8 is common in both things, so this is going to be 2 plus b. So this is going to be your final answer. Okay, the following table shows the data for the attendance of class 8 students. Find the mean. So we know the formula for mean is summation f of x divided by summation f. So in this scenario what we are going to do is 1 times 8 plus 2 times 9 plus 3 times 5. So basically we have to multiply these two, the blue ones, and then we have to add them. Okay, so this is going to be multiplied and this is going to be plus. Okay, so if you do this thing, and 4 times 8 plus 5 times 6 plus 6 times 8 plus 7 times 6 plus 8 times 3 plus 9 times 7, and then you divide it by the frequency, which is around 8 plus 8 plus 9 plus 5 plus 8 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6 plus 3 plus 7. So this is going to be around 260 over, oh my bad, it's going to be 280 over 60, 280 over 60, which is around 14 over 3, or you guys can come up to this answer. Okay, moving to the next question. Find the fourth angle of a quadrilateral if the sum of two angles is 100. If the sum of two angles are 100, so again what you are going to do is the sum of four angles in a quadrilateral is 360. So in this case, first, and you need to find out the fourth angle. So this is your fourth angle plus 100. These are the your, okay, I'll do this thing. This is your one angle number one, this is your angle number two and angle number three, and then you have to do 65. Okay, so if you do this and you calculate it, it's going to be 195. So your fourth angle will be of this size. Okay, express the following as a fraction in its simplest form. So how you are going to solve this? Again, I told you that first thing is this, that you need to find out the common. So first of all, I'll flip this thing because of divide sign, and try to take common as well from here. 2 is going to be common, and a plus 2b will be this, multiply a plus 2b over y plus z. So now we are going to cancel out a plus 2b will be cancelled out with this, y plus z will be cancelled out with this. So you will be ending with y minus z over 2 is your final answer in this question. Okay, so there's another question regarding the indices. So you guys can see this thing. This 3 is on y, this 3 is on x, this 3 is on 4. This 3 is also on these elements. So I'll do this thing, 4 to the power 3 x square times 3, then is y cube and cube upon x square times cube y square and cube. So if you solve this, so this is going to be 4 cube x6 y9, you multiply them, x6 y6. So this is going to be cancelled out. 4 cube is 64 and 9 minus 6 is y cube. So this is going to be your final answer. 4 times the number subtracted from the square of the same number is going to be like x square subtracted from 4 times of a number, 4x minus 5, because it's equals to 5, so I'll do it like minus 5, because when it's shifted from this side to this side it's become minus 5. So now I'll do the breaking the middle term thing. So this is going to be like x common x minus 5 plus 1, x minus 5 equals to 0, so x plus 1 equals to 0, and x minus 5 is equals to 0. So this means x equals to minus 1 and x equals to 5. So this is going to be your final answer. Express as a fraction in the simplest form. So what I'm going to do is I'll multiply with x, 4y times x minus 1 over 4x. So I'll times with y times with y. So x square over 4xy minus y over 4xy. So it's going to be x square minus y over 4xy. So this is the your simplest form. Okay, find the volume of the given sphere given your answer to say 3 significant figures. So apply the formula 4 over 3 times 22 over 7 times r is what, 3 cube. So if you do this, you will end up with 113 centimeter cube. Okay, moving to the next question, and it states that calculate the perimeter of a given sector. So perimeter is what? It's basically the sum of all the sides. So we have 1 2 3 sides. So this side is given because the 6, that is the radius. This is also given, so we need to find out this side, and that will be the arc length. The formula for arc length will be theta by 360 times 2 pi r. So it's going to be 120 divided by 360 into 2 into 22, 7 times radius is what? 6. So if you do this thing, so it's going to be 12.57. So 12.57 plus 6 plus 6 is going to be the perimeter of this shape. As I told you already, the sum of all the sides is your perimeter, which is 24.57 centimeter. Write down the power sets of B, which is this. So again, how you are going to write it down? The power sets of B is, or you can say R, the null set. This is going to be 5, this is going to be 6, and both the numbers 5 and 6. How many sets are in power sets of B? So obviously they are 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So 4 sets will be there. Okay, moving to the last question, and it states that they construct the graph for y equals to minus 2x plus 6. Okay, for this graph, what you are going to do is you can take random values, and that's going to be like for x, if you put x equals to 0 in this equation, so y equals to minus 2 times 0 plus 6, and y will be equals to 6. So this means for first value, when x is 0, so y equals to this. And let's talk about when x is equals to 3, y equals to minus 2 times 3 plus 6, so it's going to be minus 6 plus 6 equals to 0. So this means when x equals to 3, y equals to 0. So now you have to plot the graph. So if you plot this graph, I'm not plotting the graph over here, but just telling you, if you plot this graph, so this point will be your this point, which is like 0 and 6, and 3 and 0. So 3 and 0 will be around, what you can say is, this is going to be 3 and 0. Okay, so now you have to draw the line like this. Make sure you use a clutch pencil or a lead pencil to draw these, because in exams they are very important and you should be making the graphs quite neatly. Okay, the triangle ABCD and ADE are similar. Find the value of H. So how we are going to do is 12 divided by 6 equals to H divided by 0.9. So 12 upon 6 times 0.9 equals to H. So if you do the calculation, so it's going to be 1.8 centimeter, and that's the final answer. And I hope you understand all and understood all these things. So if you have any queries, do let me know by commenting on this. Thank you.